And a case of Mother Nature perhaps nodding in approval. That Wednesday today kicked off Travers Week number 146. A splendid day weather-wise at a splendid place in upstate New York. It is, yeah, sorry. Fast and firm, blue skies, plenty of sun, and off and running on day number 29. This was almost a case, perhaps, of Mother Nature nodding in approval at the start of Travers Week number 146. Back at it. We hope you had a refreshing dark day, a Tuesday. No such thing as a quiet Wednesday at the summer place to be on a Wednesday afternoon. Richard Migliore, Jason Blewitt, start of Travers Week. Hard to believe.
Yeah, it seemed like it got here awfully fast. It seems like it was just yesterday the meet was starting, and here we are heading to the biggest Saturday of the meet. But also, we race it well into September this year, September 7th. And I want to apologize in advance to anybody tuning in. I know Maggie Wolfen's a lot easier on the eyes, but I'm back in this saddle again, so to speak.
You took the words out of my mouth. We're glad you're healthy and feeling much better than you did back on Alabama Day. A few fans stopped me and said, man, it sounded painful to even listen to Mick talk, but you're doing all right. We'll give you a preliminary fig of 105 off the bat, and that was certainly the case down at Albany International Airport earlier today as we dive into Wednesday headlines. You know it, the rock star is in town. Air Horse 1 shortly after 11 p.m. touchdown at Albany International Airport. American racing royalty, back-to-back Kentucky Derby and Preakness winners on the flight. Funny side, American Pharoah, 30 miles north, up the Northway, and it was the stable gate at Saratoga Racecourse as American Pharoah was led off alongside Bob Baffert's assistant trainer Jimmy Barnes, and you could see the throng of reporters, fans, the media. Everybody wants a glimpse at the Triple Crown champion.
This horse is remarkable. He handles all of this with so much class. He stays calm about everything. He just kind of takes it, and you can see he's got some energy going on there, but there's not a nervous bone in his body. He doesn't worry about anything. And for all the traveling he's done, that's a good thing because a normal horse couldn't handle that. And he seems to just blossom with everything they throw at him.
60,000 frequent flyer miles and counting this year for American Pharoah. One cross-country trip after another. And the man that's been alongside for all of it, assistant trainer Jimmy Barnes, was asked, what would it be like to win the Travers?
Well, it's such a prestigious place to come to, and, you know, the Travers is such a big race, and it really would mean a lot for us to win this race. You know, we've tried several times. Point Given was really the horse that we brought here that really had a good chance of winning it, and he did. Some of the other horses, Painter, Byron, Coyle, just, you know, we probably just picked the wrong spot at the wrong time.
How about now?
Now we're in the right spot, absolutely.
I'd say the right spot. You're 1-5 on the morning line. You've got racing's 12th wonder of the world, the 12th Triple Crown champion in American Pharoah. And again, your preliminary thoughts at seeing him on the video that we had. I mean, he looks good. He looks fresh, ready to go.
Yeah, he's got good energy, and I think any spot is the right spot when you've got American Pharoah. You're bringing a gun to a knife fight, essentially. You know, looking at it there, I thought, perhaps maybe he looks a touch lighter than I remember seeing him when he was there at Belmont, but I wasn't up close, so I'm looking at it on a video. He does look like he's got good energy, and again, just his mental demeanor, the way he looks at things, you can see he's so intelligent, and he just kind of drinks things in, figures it out, and goes on. Pretty classy stuff.
He'll look to become the second Triple Crown champion to win the Travers, joining Whirl Away. We'll see if that shakes out at around 5:45 here Saturday afternoon. Now, 9 3-year-olds will line up in the starting gate against the imposing presence of American Pharoah. One trainer that will send out a horse against American Pharoah has been beaten by him a couple of times this year. Kieran McLaughlin. Frosted a pretty good horse, though.
I like Frosted. I think Frosted's come on since the Jim Dandy. Now, everybody's running for second if American Pharoah shows up and runs his race. But if he doesn't, if he stubs his toe, Frosted's the most likely upsetter in my mind.
And we caught up with Kieran earlier today.
Yeah, well, as a fan, you know, it's great for Saratoga Springs and the community to have American Pharoah here. But for me, I would prefer him not to be here. So we're having to race against him for the third time, and we have a lot of respect for Bob Baffert and his team and the horse. But we're here to run our race, and you never know. We just hope for the best.
And Kier McLaughlin knows what it takes to win the Travers, dead heated with Alpha against Golden Ticket almost 3 years ago in 2012. And do you think it may work out well, or at least bode well, for a good effort Saturday with the consistent Frosted, going out for a barn that's been about 35% in the win column all summer long?
It's always helpful when a barn is hot and all their horses are running well, and we've seen one after another lead over to the paddock from Kieran's barn, just look great, run great on the track. And the fact that he trains here and he's been here since the Belmont Stakes, has a race over the track. Again, American Pharoah is a great horse. Make no mistake about it. This is a great racehorse. They're still flesh and blood. You know, if he has a bad day or he has bad luck, he can still be defeated. I mean, Secretariat was defeated. Almost every great champion's been defeated at one time or another. I'm not anticipating that happen, but if anybody's going to do it, Kieran McLaughlin's the guy to get it done.
At the Graveyard of Favorites. Not known for the Graveyard of Favorites for no reason. We've seen some good horses go down and defeat here, and here is the Travers 146 cast. The purse increased to $1.6 million due to the presence of the Triple Crown winner American Pharoah. Post number 2 beneath Victor Espinosa's. Victor for the Zayats. They both compete in their first Midsummer Derby here Saturday.
Well, that's interesting. I didn't know that. It's a great fact. And I know a lot's been made of the post position toward the inside. I don't think it matters. This horse has speed, a long run to the first turn. He makes his own trips. He puts himself in position to win races. I don't think the post position will have anything to do with this Travers Stakes.
5:46 post time. Race number 11 of 13. A 13 race card that starts at 11:45 a.m. More on that as the show progresses. What happened on Wednesday? We can't get the Travers Day without Wednesday's card. So without further ado, it's day number 29. Larry Colmus with the call. We'll pick up today's featured 9th race, the $100,000 John's Call, in progress.
Followed by the Big Hoss on the outside, Morning Calm, and Manchurian High. So Global Strike is the leader. The half mile up in 52 2/5 seconds, and his lead is a length and a half. Rum Tum Tugger is second, Atherton is third, and Sharp Omar saves all the ground into that turn, running in fourth and 3 lengths off the lead. And then it's another 2.5 lengths more back to Holiday Star. The Big Hoss running on the outside of Holiday Star with 5 lengths to make up, and then it is Morning Calm and Manchurian High as they go to the backstretch, 3/4 in 1:18 and 3. So it's been a slow pace even for this long distance, and Global Strike has been setting it throughout. The 6-5 favorite Global Strike heading on to the backstretch in front by a length and a half. And then it's Rum Tum Tugger in second the whole way so far. Sharp Omar third to the inside. Atherton follows in fourth. Holiday Star and Big Hoss is on the far outside, just 3 lengths off the lead now as the field tightens up into the turn. Manchurian High and Morning Calm. And now they head for the turn, and Global Strike continues to lead the way. It's down to a neck advantage to Rum Tum Tugger, and Big Hoss has made good progress on the outside and is now up into third and setting sail for the pace-setting pair on the far turn. Here comes the Big Hoss. Global Strike has come under a ride at the rail, and Big Hoss swings up on the far outside. Rum Tum Tugger is third between those two, and Holiday Star is fourth and trying to close in with 1 furlong to run. It's Rad Ortiz Jr. and Big Hoss in front. Holiday Star has moved up into second on the outside. Manchurian High takes third behind the Big Hoss in the John's Call. And then it was Holiday Star, Manchurian High, and Rum Tum Tugger.
The Big Hoss for the meets leading rider in Irad Ortiz, and won his third today aboard this 4-year-old by Lemon Drop Kid.
One of the things I like, amongst the many things I like that Irad Ortiz does, is he learns every time he rides a horse, and he adjusts, and he does things a little different, and he keeps putting horses in positions to win races, and this young man is riding in unbelievable form.
Win number 49, he's closing in on his Saratoga best of 53, and you win a stake, you get to talk to the Mig.
Irad, congratulations. You rode the Big Horse with a lot of confidence. The pace was slow. You were pretty confident you were going to get there, though.
Thank you. I want to say thanks to owner and trainer, and thanks God. And yes, I break out of there. He let me ride the horse the way I want, and he not give me too many instructions. So I cover a little bit, save some ground the first part of the race, and then we go into the backside. And already that's what I was thinking. They're going too slow, and I see the horse. I have to be in front, going relaxed. So let me put a little. I have to move the pace, and I got chance because last time my horse got beat by pleasure horse, but I stuck and wait to the last second to get clear, and he was coming. So I want to let him go a little more early today and work it out great. He was ready.
Seems like you're doing everything right, though. Did you ever imagine in your wildest dreams that you would be in this position with less than 2 weeks left in the meet to have a commanding lead in the jockey race in Saratoga?
You never think like that big, but we're always positive, and we think about that's my dream. I'm living my dream. The dream come true. That's great. Thanks God. I'm stay healthy, and he give me everything I have today. He make everything possible.
Well, keep living the dream. Don't wake up.
Hey, no, I don't wanna wake up. Don't wake me up.
I like that good sense of humor. Real nice young man. Both he and his brother, Jose Ortiz, were clearly raised the right way. And riding is fun, racing is fun, and it's nice having Irad here enjoying every bit of success that he is earning.
It's fun to watch him, and like you said, the enthusiasm, how much he's enjoying it. It's not a job. He is truly living his dream, and I love the way he entered the interview with a little homage there to the video the jockeys did for the PDJF, Shake It Up.
He's pretty good.
Good sense of humor.
And he's been shaking things up towards the top end. In fact, as the #1 leading rider at Saratoga, 49 wins and counting. More on the remainder of the colony a bit later on this Wednesday edition of Saratoga Insider. How about the opening leg of the Pick 6? Does it sound okay to all of you? Sounds good to me and the MIG. Melon Turf, 5.5 allowance optional claimer. Good field, and here's Larry Coleman.
Dowses Beach on the far outside with a sharp start, and Dreams Gone Wild, Scott Speed 2, and now goes up to grab the lead, and then Sandy Slew, and on the inside is Stormy Rocket, who comes on through. Boot Scootin' Daddies after that, racing 5 lengths off the lead. Rapid Dan is on the far outside, and then comes Tripsky and Tetradram and Bottle Rocket at the back of the pack as they move into the far turn. Dreams Gone Wild in front. Ran a 21-4 opening quarter mile and leads it by 2 lengths into the turn. Sandy Slew on the outside second. Stormy Rocket is third. Dowses Beach fourth. 4 lengths off the lead, traveling well. Another 2.5 lengths more back to Rapid Dan and Boot Scootin' Daddy, and they're coming to the top of the stretch in pursuit of Dreams Gone Wild. Dowses Beach continues to bear down on the outside, and Sandy Slew's in it too as they come into the final furlong. Sandy Slew, Dowses Beach on the outside. Center of the course, Rapid Dan's trying to run on along with Tripsky, and way on the outside, Bottle Rocket. Dowses Beach, here comes Tripsky on the outside. Dowses Beach, Sandy Slew, and Tripsky. Dowses Beach got there over Sandy Slew and Tripsky, and then it was Rapid.
Number of reminders of just how tightly contested that 1,100 feet off the quarter pole to the finish line is here at Saratoga Racecourse in the 5th. Could you have asked for a better finish with 3 of them? Noses up and down, and the Gray Dowses Beach would not be denied.
No, he would not. And you could see his determination. His ears are pinned. A typical gray horse from the Generazio family. And another terrific ride from Irad Ortiz. Just absolutely a thrilling 5.5 furlong race. That horse that makes his own trips, a horse that possesses speed but is rateable, and that makes him get good trips because his rider's able to do what he wants with him.
And he was going out for the white hot Christophe Command, who last week got honorable mention as far as Insider's hot trainer. He was 7 for 12 last week. He's got 12 victories at the meet. He sits solely in 3rd, and again, more on the training colony in a few moments on the show. First segment was fun. We got American Pharoah and Funny Side in town, but we got to get you back to the main track with Sweet Whiskey and Company here on Insider.
The new Parks Fall Festival will double purses for each of its 32 live racing days. What an opportunity for Pennsylvania breds. In an open maiden special, PA breds will run for over $100,000. So be there at Parks in the fall.
Hello, I'm Brian Sanfratello. Last year, we paid $33 million to PA breds in the form of breeder awards, owner bonuses, and restricted race purses. Our Equine Coalition Group is united in the pursuit of making sure that we receive every dollar we deserve. And that's why our Racehorse Development Fund has been constant in the past 4 years. Please go to our website at www.pabred.com or give me a call at 610-444-1050.
Back at the spa, we've got that 7-furlong chute starting gate ready to go for training tomorrow afternoon on the second to final Thursday of the meet. Friday morning, we want you out here during training hours. In fact, Saratoga breakfast on the porch kicking off at 7 a.m. At 8:45 a.m., the Travers contenders will get their designated slot to train on the main, including American Pharoah.
Yeah, great opportunity to see American Pharoah. Maybe get a good picture of him as he gallops by.
And you can watch and wager on NYRA.com. We will stream, of course, that breakfast and the training activities on NYRA.com. And NYRA.com, the place to go for today's 8th race. A Sweet Whiskey is a big favorite in a 3 other than optional claimer.
Wavell Avenue and Katie's Garden, and the trailer is Medaglia d'Argento. Up the backstretch, Sweet Whiskey, and John Velasquez lead the way early on as Milam slips through on the inside into second. Katie's Garden right alongside, and outside of them is Irish Nuggets, and now getting shuffled back is Milam. Milam losing position on the far turn as Air of Distinction takes 4th. Wavell Avenue takes 5th. And back to 6th is Milam. The trailer is Medaglia d'Argento as the field heads round the far turn. Sweet Whiskey in front, but plenty of competition here. Sweet Whiskey is coming toward the top of the stretch with the lead. On the far outside, it's Air of Distinction. And then it's Irish Nuggets in between horses. Wavell Avenue is in 4th. And down on the inside is Katie's Garden. They're into the final furlong. The half was in 45 2. And Sweet Whiskey continues to lead the way. Wavell Avenue is closing in on the outside. Sweet Whiskey and Wavell Avenue. It is Sweet Whiskey and Wavell Avenue. These two will decide it. Sweet Whiskey all out. Wavell Avenue surging. Wavell Avenue getting up over Sweet Whiskey on the line, and then it was Air of Distinction.
Heck of a start to Travers Week at the spa. Another photo here on Insider. Clash of the Titans down to the wire. Todd Pletcher inside, Chad Brown outside.
Yeah, this race may be the race we look back on for the trainers race. This gives Chad a 3-win lead at this point, and if this was a boxing match, it'd be the 12th round. It's starting to feel like Todd might need a knockout.
That was Joel Rosario, by the way. What a sweet ride on Wavell Avenue as we see what else happened on the 29th day. Hard to believe it's the case. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, and 10 with the man upstairs, Larry Colmus.
And then to the outside comes Keith Buston as they come down to the 16th pole. Unrepented with the rail. Colonel Juanita drifting to the middle of the racetrack, but it's Unrepented. Unrepented and Jose Lescano with an upset in the opener over Colonel Juanita. Time for Angie was 3rd, and Rock Scatouche. It's Brinkley to the front. Outsider Art goes with Brinkley, and they bumped briefly there in mid-stretch. It's Brinkley and Outsider Art into the final furlong together. And then it's Scatouche giving way and fired up Sensation to the outside. Orzo is late on the scene, but it's Outsider Art. And Outsider Art pulls off another upset. Orzo came up for second on the outside of Brinkley, and Steve's Image coming into the final furlong in front. Got a 2-length lead on My Man Al in second, and then to the outside comes Link Appleyard, followed by Argyle Gal, and Bluegrass prevails, but Steve's Image has the lead and is pulling away. Kendra Carmouche and Steve's Image, much the best. They won it by 5. And then it was Link Appleyard, followed by My Man after a 46 flat half mile. Royal Berg now up to challenge for the lead and up the rail. Limerick Lightning and Who's the Daddy come on through too. These two have joined Royal Berg, and Excellent Royale is there on the outside. Limerick Lightning, Who's the Daddy? Who's the Daddy in front? Then Limerick Lightning and Royal Berg. It's going to be Who's the Daddy to win it. Then Limerick Lightning, Royal Berg, and Fit to Keep. Far outside, USS Boxer cuts the corner and is up running in 4th, and they're into the stretch. Tappet Sphere's going to try to keep on going here. Total Joint, USS Boxer switches outside, but is 2 lengths behind Total Joint and Tappet Sphere, who are side by side. And these two will decide it as they come down to the line. African Fighter runs on for 3rd. It's Total Joint by a neck over Tappet Sphere. Then African Fighter and USS Boxer form. The leader, Mr. Rosenthal, angles to the outside for the stretch drive. Farther out, Depeche Chat is third. Toward the inside, Compliance Officer fourth with a furlong to run. Branded Hand is next. Permanent Campaign didn't go on. They're coming to the final 16th, and it's Lucky Kitten holding on to the lead. And Lucky Kitten and John Velasquez go all the way to win it. And then it was Compliance Officer Lightning Rosie in front, and Summer Chant is right alongside. Off the rail, Point Class begins to move up, and Arana's closing through an opening on the inside. Farther out, Kitten's Angel and Breakaway, and they're all coming to the wire. Up the rail comes Arana. To the outside, it's Point Class. Arana, Point Class, these two down to the line. Arana and Krista Carlo up the rail to win it.
Even though the nightcap race 10 was the last race we just checked out, it's worth watching again. This was flawless victory personified regarding Krista Carlo and this inside trip throughout aboard Arana. Good stuff here from Chris.
He gave this horse an absolutely flawless, perfect ride, saved every inch of ground, was always going forward, made that nice continuous move without ever getting stopped. Good, strong finish from a guy who's coming off a long layoff from a serious injury, and it's so difficult not only to get your timing back, your balance back, your physicality back, but to get your business back. Well, rides like this should go a long way in getting Krista Carlo business again.
John Kimball, the winning trainer of Arana, a happy winner's circle with Starview and Dennis Drazen. As we go to the rider standings, big Krista Carlo on the board. Irad Ortiz is really on the board, leading all jockeys with 49. His Saratoga best achieved last year of 53. He is almost there with 11 full cards remaining.
12 in front with 11 full cards. In the pace he's setting, it's hard to imagine Javier Castellano being able to catch him, but never count Javier or Johnny Velasquez out. They're great riders for a reason.
They definitely are great. Wins on this Wednesday afternoon for Chad Brown, who's got 25, and Christophe Comant as well, who's just done a terrific job the second half of the meet.
You just go down that list there, and you could be pretty happy if any one of those guys was training a horse for you.
And John Kimmel on the board in today's 10th. He is the 97 trainer to win at least one race at Saratoga this summer. But the Generasios creeping right up there. In fact, it should be 8 across our, Michael Dove walked away with the victory, and Claridge Stables has 8 as well.
Yeah, but Michael Dove, like I said, he's a man for all seasons. Doesn't matter if it's summer or winter. He's always up near the top of the leaderboard. The Generasio is very impressive because they breed their own as well, and I like that.
All right, Michael Dove had that win today with Wavell Avenue, a couple of pages of claims. Good to see people still enthusiastic. It's late in the meet. It doesn't matter. They're still wheeling and dealing in the racing office.
Nothing has slowed down here at Saratoga. The way the days have been going by, the way the claimings are going, the way the racing's going, Saratoga feels like we're on the downhill slide of the cyclone in Coney Island.
I like the way you put that, my friend. And the show, well, not much different. We've got one segment left, the fastest 30 minutes in thoroughbred racing. Human and equine, Saratoga is all about catching up with your old friends, and boy, oh boy, that takes the top of the list here tomorrow, the top of the charts, with the Derby and Preak this winter, Funnyside in the paddock.
Funnyside, born not very far from Saratoga Racecourse. He truly is Saratoga's #1 son, a New York bred, winning the Kentucky Derby.
How about that racing royalty on the plane on Air Horse 1, American Pharoah, and Funnyside, a pair of Kentucky Derby and Preakness winners. I'm sure they talked. One champion to another. Let's move on to the action here. Race number 8 tomorrow afternoon, the risk-averse, all-in-fun, partisan politics dropping out of the Lake George. I think partisan politics is the one you want, to me, going forward.
Yeah, I agree with you. Rallied further back than maybe she should have been on a slow pace and was going best of all at the finish. I think if she gets any pace to run at, works out any kind of trip, partisan politics will find herself in the winner's circle.
Powerful win at Belmont for the Gray Filly, about to springboard to the lead. Al Jalala for Todd Fletcher.
Al Jalala runs in her third start, third different racetrack with her third different jockey, but she's undefeated. Let's see if she can come away with that, making it 3 for 3.
All right, daughter of the late Unbridled Song. Johnny V will have a call for trainer Todd Fletcher. Moving on to Stormy Regatta, we gave Christophe Comant some deserved praise on tonight's show, and he'll bring this filly off a resolute win at Monmouth Park to Saratoga.
Yeah, she did not want to lose. She was fighting for it, as was the runner-up, and she got her nose down on the line by a hustling Joe Bravo, who's been having as good a year as I can remember he's ever had as far as purse earnings. And Christophe, another trainer that's hot.
Here's a filly represented by the nation's second most expensive stallion, $150K to breed the Warfront. Here's Bugle, who's by Warfront. Man, this was a tough loss back on August 7th.
It really was a tough loss, and she kind of settled and came late and just missed. I get the feeling this race might be a little bit tougher. I'm not sure, but that's the way I looked at it, Jason.
It's a good field. You've got numbers. It'll set us up into Friday, New York Bred Showcase Day. And how about Thursday's plays? Let's find out as we send it to our All-Stars, Andy and Maggie.
Thanks a lot, guys. Well, I don't know who's crazier. Me for continuing to try to pick winners. Any of you left out there are trying to get winners from me. But who knows? My second winner of my insider pick, winning insider pick, it could come any day. We'll try the fourth race on Thursday. Kind of race I want to play because I don't want to bet the 1A women win, who will probably be the favorite in here, and I feel like you're supposed to go in a different direction. Maybe the 3 Kelly-esque is a firster that's dangerous, shipping in for Todd Beatty, a very dangerous trainer, but I like the 4 Royalton. I think Royalton's going to be the speed in this race, and I'm going to take my chances that a horse that finished third, actually, behind a pretty good horse in his debut at Indiana Downs, going to get the money for Steve Asmussen. Hopefully won't be the favorite, and hopefully Royalton will get you the money in the fourth race as we head out to Maggie.
Thanks, Andy. Well, glad to be back on Paddock Insider. Enjoyed my time on set, but good to hear that Richie's feeling better. But looking forward to the Thursday card. Race number 9, it's an allowance race, 5.5 furlongs on the turf for the boys. And a horse who was flattered by a winner on today's card in Dallas's Beach is number 4 in here, Natural Order. And I do think he's found his niche as a turf sprinter. I mean, he's just so small, so compact that the shorter the better for him. And I was impressed with his run last time out at this distance here at the spot. Obviously, you're not going to get the 20-something to 1 on him, unfortunately. But I do think he could run very well in the allowance race tomorrow. It's race number 9, and that is Natural Order, your Paddock Insider for tonight. Guys, back to you.
Thanks very much. Happy birthday to Maggie Wolfendale. Celebrated her birthday on this Wednesday afternoon. It feels great out here, man. A real touch of September in the air.
Nice, cool breeze. The way the light's breaking over the grandstand right now, that soft light. No place like the foothills of the Adirondacks at Saratoga Racecourse.
And we're not done yet. We've got the multi-race guarantees to back up a day like Travers Day when you've got racing's 12th Triple Crown champion running at Saratoga Racecourse. First post will be 11:45 a.m. We start the day, $400K the guarantee in the pick 5. A bit later, and there's 6 grade 1s on the card. Don't forget that. $250,000 guaranteed in the pick 6, and that all builds into a cool mill, the minimum, in that guaranteed pick 4 that will culminate in Travers 146. It's all about Pharoah at Saratoga. The Mig and I thank you for tuning into this edition of Insider. We'll see you tomorrow night right here on MSG Plus at 7 p.m.